Sounds good to me.
Oh, that's good. These dreams I was having were so stressful. All the people I've lost. I just have to think of positive things. Like my boys and all the people who stood by me.
I'm glad you're gonna be okay. I should get going.
Okay.
I'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Jason, I know that couldn't have been easy for you having Elizabeth talk about Jake as though you were still here.
Yeah, you know, Jake's always gonna be a part of my life, and the memory and everything that he gave me.
That's true. Family bonds are forever. And speaking of family, now that you and Sam are back from your honeymoon, I bet you're excited about starting your life together. Is there something wrong?
No, I'm fine. I should really go arrange a checkup.
Okay, all right. I'm not good at this, Jason, but please know that you can always come to me if you ever want to talk about anything.
Told you everything I know, I promise.
You sure about that?
Yes, why?
Because I remember when you were a teenager. You take my SUV, go somewhere you shouldn't go, you get that nervous look on your face, just like you got now.
Well, maybe I'm nervous because I don't like reliving the whole experience of being on the boat. She's a crazy person, and I'm glad was a crazy person. I'm glad that she's gone, and I don't appreciate you acting like me and Patrick are suspects in her murder.
Dr. Norman Fryman, radiology.
I have to deal with some things. Are we done?
Yeah, we're done for now.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I saw you take those gloves from the hub. They're for hospital personnel only.
It's okay. The patient was scratching her rash, and she doesn't want to wear gloves.
They're not gloves. These are puppets. And they're gonna be your new friends. They're gonna help you get through this and get better. Are you gonna let them help you? Yeah?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Radiology, 3102. Radiology, call.
I'm Robin Scorpio Drake, the chief of staff.
Great. Then you might want to tell that little girl's doctor to test for guttate psoriasis and not assume it's reaction to an antibiotic, as her chart mistakenly indicates.
Well, I don't know who you think you are, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
I see you met Dr. Worth, the pediatrician I brought in from Memphis.
Oh. Okay, let's do this over again. Robin Scorpio Drake, nice to meet you.
Chief of staff. Got it. Nice to meet you.
Well, that was really nice what you did for that little girl, but I am going to need you to fill out some HR paperwork before I can let you treat any patients, okay?
Sure, sorry, Chief. Get right on that.
Great, well, welcome to GH, and I'm sure your friend Steve can show you around.
Yes, he is good at that.
Already stirring it up with the chief, huh? Not good.
I think she likes me. And I can already tell I'm gonna love it here. Well, look who's waiting for whom.
I never got an answer to my question.
Oh, there was a question in your tirade.
No, more like just honesty. You are accomplished, and Sonny is a user and a thug.
You know, Johhny, I might be inclined to heed your dire warning if your motives weren't so transparent. You don't give a damn what happens to me. You just don't want Sonny to be happy.
You're assuming that you have the ability to make Sonny happy when one would think you've learned that lesson already. Sonny loves his misery. He cultivates it. He wears it on his jacket sleeve like a badge of honor.
And that amuses you.
No, it actually doesn't, because he inflicts that misery on everybody around him, and the closer people are to him, the worse the damage is. I tell you to ask my sister, but it's a little late for that.
You always make everything about Claudia.
Yeah, the woman that Sonny married instead of you.
Well, we both know that ended in disaster for everyone concerned.
Worse for Claudia than anyone else.
Look, Johhny, I know you loved your sister. Why don't you let her rest in peace? I know she would want that for you.
Kate, if Sonny loved you so much, why did he marry Claudia? You know the answer to that question. Because marrying Claudia meant that Sonny could take over a pretty large chunk of the Zakar territory. Something that he wanted a hell of a lot more than he wanted you.
Turnabout is fair play, I suppose.
In English, please.
There were things I wanted more than Sonny. All right, there was a time when I left him behind. Maybe if I'd stayed, he might be different today. Maybe he wouldn't be the man that you despise. Maybe you have all this misplaced anger, and the person that you should be blaming is me.
Okay, whoever you are, whatever you want to tell me, I'm here. I'm here. Just tell me what I'm supposed to know. Tell me whatever I'm supposed to hear. Jake. Tell me, Jake. Tell me you forgive me for not being there, not protecting you, or not saving you. Please. Please.
You can't seriously tell me that you feel guilty for the way Sonny's life has turned out.
You know, you say you've never had any success leaving your past behind, right?
Yeah.
Well, neither has Sonny. The one time he tried, I was supposed to run away with him. I never showed up.
Well, we'll always have Bensonhurst. Come on, a broken-hearted Sonny. You mean to tell me that that's what led him to a life of crime? That's a crock, and you know it. He had no choice but to become the man who he is today. He's a junkie. He's addicted to power like my father is. Would you have been able to save Sonny? No. Did you save yourself by walking away? Most likely.
Yeah. And that has been my justification.
So why put it all on the line now? Why get anywhere near the guy?
Because, Johhny, in order to free yourself from the past, you have to face it. You have to accept responsibility, make amends, and then let it go.
You make it sound like you're the one who loves Sonny.
No, actually, I'm referring to you. You hold on to your sister, and so you rail Sonny for it, even though it's clear to me that you're blaming yourself for what happened to Claudia. Johhny, I don't know what you did or what you didn't do. I don't know what part of this guilt is real or if it's irrational. But what I do know is that it's a poison. I know how this works. The self-blame, the regret. You cannot outrun it.
What are you trying to run from, Kate?
I'm not.
I'll admit it. When I saw you and I walked up to you a minute ago, I had an agenda. Did I think anything I was going to say would break you and Sonny apart? No. Was I looking to maybe make some waves? Why not?
Why not?
But what you said about Claudia, it means something. And I owe you for her, so if ever you need a friend or a favor, you know where to find me.
Dr. Weber, do you have a minute?
Actually, no. My sister is a patient here, and I have to check on her.
Your sister, Elizabeth Weber. She was in the boat, too, right?
Yeah, she was. Until Lisa Niles pushed her overboard.
Got it. And no problem. I'll check back with you later. Hopefully you have more time to discuss Lisa Niles.
Hey.
Hey.
How you feeling?
Well, she gave us a scare there for a little while, but everything seems to be back on track. Let me check on you in a little bit, okay?
So, how'd it go with my boys?
Great.
Really? There are no problems?
Are you kidding? I'm talking to your brother here, Uncle Steve.
But I know they're a handful, especially for someone who doesn't have kids, like Uncle Steve.
They were fine.
But what?
I don't know. It's just that I was thinking of how unfair it is that you have to take care of those boys by yourself. Any word from Lucky yet?
No. I don't even know if he's coming back.
Yeah, well, if he decides to show his face, then he's gonna have to deal with me. No one gets away with hurting my sister.
Max, will you listen to me? Okay, I don't care if you have to take every man off of everything we have going on to look for Franco. You do it, and if you find him, you bring him to me. I'll take care of the rest.
So you're saying you were asleep the entire time?
It was more like passed out, actually. I was celebrating. I had more than my fair share of champagne, and I got wasted.
Can anyone confirm your story?
Like I said, I was pretty out of it.
There's just no way that Matt killed Lisa.
How do you know that for sure?
Because there's just no way. I mean, he wouldn't hurt a fly.
Well, whoever did do it must be scared. They would have confessed by now.
You're probably right.
Why are you asking me all these stupid questions? I don't know how Lisa Niles died.
You said you and Dr. Weber had gone to the engine room.
Yes. It was way past time for the boat to be headed back to shore. Okay, we couldn't find the captain anywhere. We were looking all over the place. We looked in the engine room, noticed something was wrong with the engine, decided to try and fix it.
Dr. Weber knows how to fix boat engines?
Excuse me? Do people assume you're Mac's secretary? I know how to fix engines. Okay, normally car engines. I figured a boat engine, how difficult could it be? I'd give it a shot.
What kind of tools do you need to work on engines?
What the hell difference does it make?
Can you answer the question, please?
Top cop, what are you doing?
I am questioning someone that might know something about Dr. Niles' murder.
Oh, sounds more like badgering to me.
Listen, I understand she's your mother, but
That's
she's still
beside
a
the point.
suspect.
Did she tell you? Did you inform her that she could have a lawyer present before you started doing this? I mean, that's Police Academy 101 stuff.
I am just gathering information. This is not an official statement.
Good, because my mother's got nothing to tell you.
I know my job, detective.
And I know my mother.
Like you know your father?
Thanks for the save there, kid, although I think I could handle that one myself.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't want you saying something maybe you didn't mean.
Oh, baby, I think you're being a little bit of an overprotective son.
Yeah, that, and I'm working on this case.
It's hard being worried about someone you love walking.